As of a few days ago, a lot of information about Splatoon 3's next season was released, which included a few new weapon kits and 2 new specials. I would give my thoughts on this drop, but pretty much everyone is doing that right now, so rather than thinking about the update as a whole, I want to zero in on these new specials, specifically weapons that I would like to see them on. I've theorized 5 new weapon kits with these specials. Of these 5, 3 of them are Kraken kits, 2 of them are Super Chump kits, and 1 of them is a completely new kit design. I want to highlight weapons that are used less often in Splatoon 3, and make these kits with that in mind, potentially giving these weapons a unique niche, which is always healthy for the game. With that out of the way, let's get into some new Splatoon 3 weapon kits. For the first kit, we have the custom Explosher with Beacon for the sub and Kraken as the special. The new Kraken seems to play somewhat like Splatoon 2's Baller, and Explosher's custom kit was the first Baller kit that came to mind. Explosher tends to be ran with more aggressive team comps, and giving it the ability to locate enemies on the map within its proximity, allowing for Explo to better defend itself, is definitely a plus. Explo also gets a great survivability and fighting tool in Kraken, allowing for deal with close range fights better than before, as well as counteract an unexpected attack from an enemy flank. This kit is very reminiscent of its Splatoon 2 counterpart, and I think it does a good job calling back to it, while also being a different kind of weapon. As a side note, if E-Leader gets a beacon on one of its kits, like people really hope it will, Explo could be a cool alternative to running on certain map modes with certain, less or more aggressive team comps. I really like this idea, and think that having 2 weapons that fill a similar role in a different way adds a lot of variety to the game, something that we desperately need. Next up is the kit for the rella, which I would be really excited to play if it was in the game. The kit would have Torpedo as the sub and Kraken as the special. This kit seems somewhat reasonable for a much more aggressive rella, as the Torpedo gives it more chip damage that it needs to kill consistently, and the Kraken allows for it to have another way of staying alive, because the rella shields often just don't work, removing its main tool of survivability. This kit would make for a great skirmisher, allowing for it to deal lots of chip damage and go further in than most other weapons can, which would probably make it a great weapon to run quick respawn on. In short, I just want to see a really aggro Brella. I think Brella is so cool as a weapon, and the aggressive playstyle really fits it and shows off its strengths. I think this kit being released at the game would give us a good weapon that people don't really hate, which would be awesome to see. The viability of this kit unfortunately depends on a Brella fix / buff that may or may not happen in the future, but with the way that Nintendo treats their online services, the chance of a Brella fix aren't exactly high. This kit popped into my head a while ago, and I can't really stop thinking about it. It probably won't make it into the actual game, but I still think it would be really cool to see. This is the kit for the new Swiffer, running Fizzy Bomb and Kraken Royale. We already have a support-oriented Swiffer kit, so giving it an aggressive one like this would be really cool. I gave it Fizzy Bomb so that it could paint much better, as well as poke enemies outside of its range, something that it could greatly benefit from. The paint from the Fizzy Bombs also helps it get its special much faster, which could call for a points per special nerf on this weapon depending on how good Kraken is, but I don't really see that happening. Also, the fact that Swiffer doesn't really need a bomb to be a good main weapon is a big part of why I chose Fizzy for this kit. Because giving Swiffer more paint so it can get its special more often is a really cool idea for me, especially because it can't Fizzy spam with something like Ink Storm or Big Bubble, which can allow it to throw 2 Fizzies, pop special, and throw 2 more Fizzies, sort of what like Kenza Luna Blaster did last game. Now we can finally get to the Super Chump kits, which I'll admit were a lot harder to come up with. We have pretty much no idea how this special works besides the turret and the chumps, so I don't really know exactly what I want with this special, but I do have a few ideas. Personally, I think the Rapid Blaster Pro Deco kit could be really cool, using Splash Wall as sub and Super Chump as the special. This is inspired by the Deco kit from the last game, just this time I removed the defensive special in favor of the Super Chumps. If the Super Chumps end up dealing 35 to 45 damage like we think they will, Rapid Pro could do a really good job comboing with the Chump's explosions, and combining that combo damage with the Rapid Pro Splash Wall to keep it alive, as well as the very good range that the weapon boasts, this can make for an incredible area denial weapon. Its ability to deny areas will be somewhat reliant on how good the new special ends up being, but either way it'll still be a very strong weapon for its zoning pressure. Like the Rapid Pro Deco from the last game, this thing will likely be very strong on tower control, just the type of specialist changed. The change in special from a defensive special to a displacement special will definitely give this game's Rapid Pro a new sort of identity compared to its predecessors, which I think is really cool. For the last kit in this video, I wanted to use a weapon design that doesn't exist yet, so I went with the on-parry TriStringer, which has Point Sensor and Super Chump. I don't really have a great understanding of what the stringers really do different compared to chargers, but to me it seems like they trade off a good amount of range in exchange for paint and better close range combat, along with a somewhat inconsistent kill. The TriStringer specifically has very inconsistent damage, mainly because it requires all 3 shots to hit in order to kill, and this inconsistent damage problem could be counteracted by the Super Chump explosions. Anyone who plays TriStringer watching this video right now is probably saying that Killer Royale 5.1 fixes the damage problem much better. which we don't know for sure yet because we don't know how good Super Chump actually will be, but it does seem like that Killer Whale is able to fix that problem much better than Super Chump will. So just like Rapid Pro, I think this kit will fall under the category of paint/zone control, which is why I gave it point sensor to help keep people out of an area even more than before, as well as locate them for the team, which emphasizes the strength of this kit even further. Well, that's the last of the kits, all of which that I really like. I think that these kits all have a chance of making it into the game, especially the Explo and Rapid Pro kits. Theorizing these kits was a fun time, and I plan to do more of this stuff in the future. If you agree with these kits and felt like I missed something, or don't agree and would like to see some changes, please let me know in the comments. I'm completely open to suggestion regarding these kits, and I'll probably respond if you have something to say. Anyways, that's the end of the video, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.